Today I'm going to talk quickly about two specific reasons why I don't do as much in-person personal training in the gym as much as I used to. I've had 2 or 3 people in the last couple weeks reach out to me and ask if I would train them in their gym, traditional personal training, meeting them for a session, doing the workout with them, and there's a couple reasons why I don't do as much of that anymore. Now, I'm a personal trainer who's been working in the industry for over 10 years. I started off working at a small privately owned studio on Long Island, worked there for about a year, and then I switched to working at Equinox for a while. And from there, I started my own business and I started training private clients all around New York City. I would travel to people's buildings, I would rent out space in various studios around Manhattan, and I would train clients in those areas. And I'd also go around Queens, around Long Island. So I did plenty of that, probably worked with over 100 people in person in the gym. And then in 2017, so about 6 years ago, I started my Modern Man coaching program, which is an online coaching program, which I've worked with well over 100 men in that type of training style as well. So I've got a good sample size of in-person traditional training versus online coaching. And there's two main reasons why I now mainly prefer the online coaching. And if you're someone who is either considering working with an online coach, or you're working with a personal trainer, or you're not sure which one would be better for you, hopefully this video can help you out a little bit in making that decision. But I do want to be clear that I'm not telling you not to do in-person training, or that in-person training is bad and no one should do it. There is some value to it, right? Like, to be able to know that you're training properly and safely and using the exact right form, there's definitely value in that. And I've found ways, even with online coaching, to help make sure that clients are training with proper form and are training safely. So you can do that with both. But as far as the two main reasons why I don't do in-person training anymore, the first one is very simple, and it's that I just don't enjoy it nearly as much as I enjoy online coaching. To me, it's sort of redundant. Like, we show up, we're going to be following the same kind of workout routine for a little while. We both should know what we're doing already, what kind of workout we have in place for the day. And I'm sort of just counting out the reps. After a couple sessions, the client's using proper form anyway, so there's not a whole lot for me to correct. Like, it's almost a little bit unnecessary. And to me, it wasn't something that I was passionate about in many different ways, right? So that's the first reason I don't do a whole lot of it anymore, is just because I don't enjoy it too much. The second reason why I now prefer the online coaching is simply because, from the sample size of coaching many people online and many people in person, the people that I've coached online have seen way better results. I have dozens of transformation photos, before and after photos of clients I've worked with online. Maybe I have 1 or 2 from people that I worked with in person. And I don't think that's a coincidence. And I want to also be clear that if, from my experience, the in-person training yielded better results, if that in fact did get better results for clients, I would do more of that. Even if I didn't love it, I would do more of that, because I'm 100% and fully committed to doing whatever is going to get my clients the best results, okay? And if that means doing something that I don't love 100%, maybe I love it 70%, that's fine by me, because it's in everyone's best interest for the clients to see great results. If I help my clients see the best possible results they can see, they're going to be happier, they're going to look better, they're going to feel better, they're going to have a better and happier life, and also they're probably going to want to work with me more, right? It's going to be a win-win for both sides if I can get my clients really good results. And from what I've seen now in my Modern Man program, for every 10 people that I take on, I'm finding that between 8 and 9 people continue working with me beyond the initial 12-week program. So that means there's like an 85 to 90% success rate for people who are saying, yes, I'm getting value from this, I'm going in the right direction, I want to continue doing this, right? That's like a super high success rate. And the success rate for in-person training was just a lot lower. And there's a couple reasons why I think the online coaching, at least the way that I do it, has been so much more effective and yielding better tangible results is a few reasons. Number one, and the most obvious one, is that when you're working with a trainer in the gym in person for an hour, most people do it twice a week, right? 2 or 3 times a week. So you're actually training with the trainer for 2 or 3 hours in a week. That's less than 1% of your week. Do you realize that? Like, that's such a tiny, minuscule percentage of the week. You could have the best, most perfect workout session ever. You could be doing perfect form, you could be training really hard, and it's still less than 1% of your week. The other 99.9% of your week is going to be really important for creating the results that you want to create through activity, through what you're eating, of course, through your day-to-day life, day-to-day habits. And what I found was that with the online coaching, it's more of a holistic strategy, more of a holistic approach that the clients are buying into. They know that it's for 7 days a week. They're going to be following a nutrition protocol or nutrition guidelines that I put together for them, and that's what they're buying into. They know that they're going to be doing 3 or 4 or 5 workouts in the week, and it doesn't matter that I'm not going to be at the gym with them or I'm not going to meet them there. They're going to do it at whatever time is convenient for them. They're buying into a more holistic approach that even if they're not training with me in person, it's more than enough to create the results that they want because they're more focused on their fitness and their habits for a larger portion of the week. Whereas someone who's working with an in-person trainer is very focused on those 2 or 3 sessions, but oftentimes they're not doing other workouts away from the trainer. And more commonly, they're not following a clear nutrition plan or a nutrition set of guidelines away from the trainer as well, right? For the 7 days in the week. And that's the stuff that leads to results. That 7 days a week type of accountability, that 7 days a week type of strategy is what's going to lead to results. And no 2 or 3 perfect workouts are going to outweigh the other 99% of the week. So that's been my experience, and I hope that makes sense. What I've also learned with the online coaching is that my clients seem to learn way more. There's a level of ownership that they have to take in this. They're not depending on me to show up and give them exactly the weights to use. A lot of people don't even know what exercises they're doing. They don't even know what weights they're using for these exercises. The trainer just shows up and says, do this. Here are the weights, right? The person doesn't have to think for a second, all right, what weights are appropriate for this? Or, oh wait, how much did I do last time? Or, you know what, maybe I'll go up 5 pounds because I was able to do 12 reps with proper form, so that means I can go up. The trainer is just kind of blindly telling them exactly what to do and what weights to use. And in a weird way, while they might be, under proper supervision, right? It's like there's a lifeguard there. They're not taking ownership to learn why we're training a certain way. And that's what I've seen with my clients. They learn over time as we go through different training phases, as we cycle through different routines. They start learning why we're adjusting certain things in their workout. They start learning which exercises are targeting which muscle groups. And if they want to work more on their glutes, these are some of the best exercises to do that. If they want to focus more on their chest, these are a few of the best exercises to do that. They start learning why or what types of weights are appropriate for them and how to safely increase weight, when it's okay and safe to increase weights over time. So they're just learning a whole lot more. And on the nutrition side, forget about it. It's almost like they took a course in nutrition, in my opinion, that they're learning the nutrition content of certain foods. They're learning why we're eating a certain way for their goals at the time. And if their goals change, they learn why we're shifting the nutrition to something else based off of their goals. Before it was to lose weight, now they want to build muscle, and that's why we're adjusting the food. And these are things that they're going to serve them for life. They're going to learn these things and these processes that they can use 2 years from now, 5 years, 10 years from now. So the amount you learn, the amount of ownership you have to take in your own fitness, you can't rely on someone else. You can't rely on the trainer being at the gym. You have to actually take ownership and say, I'm going to do my workouts. Jesse's telling me exactly what to do, but I'm going to show up and do them. Right? So I hope that makes sense. And it's more of a 7 days a week holistic type of strategy compared to personal training, which is, all right, let's meet up 2 times a week or 3 times a week. It's going to be $150 per session, and we're not going to communicate in the other 5 days in the week, right? That's the thing. The accountability is non-existent with in-person training, because from my experience, like, I do weekly check-ins with my clients who I work with in my Modern Man program. There's a weekly check-in that we do on Sunday. Maybe we have a coaching call, or maybe we touch base over text or messenger, at some point during the week. So there's levels and checkpoints of accountability. That doesn't really happen in in-person training, because you just figure, I'll see the trainer on Tuesday in a day or two. And the trainer thinks the same thing. There's no reason to check in, or there's no reason to have levels of accountability. Whatever we need to go over, I'll just see them on the session and we can talk about it then. That's so inefficient. That's so ineffective. There needs to be other layers. There needs to be some written feedback. There needs to be some written accountability. Again, not saying personal training is bad or that you shouldn't do it. One of the guys I spoke to last week was saying he was working with a trainer. He was reaching out to me. He applied for my program even though he's working with a trainer. This happens all the time, because he wasn't happy with the way his body was shaping up. He loved the trainer and he loved the workouts, but he wanted to work with both of us. And I encouraged him, stick with your trainer. If you're having a really good experience with them, continue to stick with them. And, I'm not saying that there's no value to it, is what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, know what to expect. If you want a lifeguard there when you're working out, if you want to have someone walk you through the exact proper form, if you want to maybe get a little bit stronger, absolutely personal training can be beneficial. But if you want to lose weight, if you want to improve your body composition, if nutrition is at all important to your goals, which for most people it is, online coaching is generally going to yield better results. And from what I've seen, even when it comes to using proper form, those are things that I've helped my online clients with. It's not like you can't help with that, right? I have them send me form videos so we can tweak their form. I do meet up with them from time to time. I'll have meetups in New York City or in various areas. So that's been my experience. That's why I no longer do in-person training nearly as much. Like I said, if it yielded great results and if it was automatic, someone was going to see great results doing in-person training, then I would do more of it. But that's not the case. So hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope this was helpful. Again, this is coming from someone who has done both at the same time, and has done about 8 years of in-person training and about 5 or 6 years of coaching online. So decent sample size. Hope that helps. If you have any questions about, you're looking for a trainer or a coach, or you want to get my opinion on, what you're doing with your trainer or coach, you can always shoot me a message. But they're definitely different things, and both have pros. In a perfect world, you could do both, right? You could have that whole 7 days a week strategy and accountability, and if you wanted to meet up with a trainer once or twice a week in addition to that, that would be great. But you would expect that the results are created in the online coaching. The results are going to be created in the strategy around your food and the strategy around your training, not that one workout or 2 workouts that you just did. So hope that makes sense. Have a great day.